What? You thought a bit of apocalypse would shut down Eververse? Not likely. We have two choices here. Give up, give in, or stand up, brush off the dirt, and face whatever comes. With style. Even in the worst of times, if you look good, you feel good. And this place? It could use a little glamour. So, what can Eververse do for you today? Thanks for shopping Eververse, Guardian. Fenchurch says a lot of fantastic things. I tend to believe him.
Ah, thanks for checking in, you two. We've had our fill of Red Legion patrols and Fallen raids. We could use a spot of help with both.
See if you can track down a Fallen comms terminal. Dev's got an idea that's crazy enough to work.
It's difficult for the young to recognize the wisdom of experience. Excellent. What say you use your access to prepare a broadcast in Fallen speak? I've been meaning to put this Cabal communications cipher to use.
The Red Legion fighting the Fallen for a change. Great idea. I can extract archived audio transmissions from any Fallen in the area. I've got enough for a pretty convincing Fallen impression.
Don't mention accents around Dev unless you want a day-long lecture about city dialects. Meantime, best sightline to Red Legion air support is the cliffside where you and I set up that refugee beacon.
No one appreciates the finer things anymore.
I can't believe we have to go back into the mines again.
Chin up, you two. Good news, you'll be able to use a Fallen teleporter to reach the top. Bad news, they've wired the place to explode. So,
If I run a deep scan of the tunnels, we can borrow all these traps and explosives.
and put them to good use sowing chaos between your enemies. A lovely idea.
Got it. Now I can transmit these horribly dangerous explosives wherever we need. Great work. Broadcasting the message now. I decided to go with a Marauder accent.
Why would you?
Marauder, eh? You know the thing that really lights my candle about their language?
Actually, Devran, let's keep the channel clear. You know, to make sure there's no interference during the transmat.
A lot of big red ships headed your way. Whatever you said, it got their attention.
I used a pretty nasty word to describe Ghaul. I don't want to repeat it here.
I do so love unconventional warfare. I'd be on the lookout for drop pods if I were you. I could hear the explosions all the way back here. I bet it was quite a show.
Which means the Fallen and Red Legion heard it too. We'll let them shoot at each other for a while, and clean up whatever's left. Great work.
Looks like the Fallen are bringing in a Glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
A Glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
Heading to another site.
Mining Glimmer without a drill? Good work.
Looks like a ritual.
Deny their objective, whatever it is.
Got them. We got all of them.
A hard job well done. You're locked on today.
The Fallen are feeding on that servitor.
That is very bad news. Please stop them.
We did it. We broke open the servitor.
Did you know ether exposure causes no permanent damage? Congratulations. Captain, friendly ghost. I have been wondering recently what became of 2 members of the Exodus Black crew.
That's one fancy Glimmer drill.
Knowing you, it won't look that way for long.
They left on their own a long time ago. Never came back.
Sure, failsafe. Where do we start?
The local Vex will have the data I need to begin the search.
They're heading for another site. They go. Goodbye to your drill.
I am always in favor of eliminating fallen assets. An effective protocol. I congratulate you. Noted 2 humans passing through this region ages ago. Beings from Earth were a rare occurrence back then. I've located a conflux with more information.
Failsafe, you're not expecting your crewmates to still be alive, are you?
No, they are very dead. But I want to know what happened.
The missing crew, what were they like?
One was a scientist and philosopher. The other, an engineer.
If they're out there, we'll find them.
Captain, follow these coordinates. The Vex are testing you, and have created a holographic placard for our convenience. Presumably, my missing crew were forced to partake in a similar experiment. test demands we reach 3 data modules.
This test was meant for humans?
The contents have been calibrated to challenge a guardian, though they don't refer to you by that title.
What do they call us?
Those who wield that which we cannot simulate.
Huh. Catchy. Your missing crew. How did they get separated?
They disagreed with Captain Jacobson's decisions and they departed. My conflict resolution software was unable to amend the situation, so I gave them what provisions I could, more than the requisite amount. I knew they would be more vulnerable in the wild, but I could not change their fate.
Still no sign of your crew, failsafe. We'll keep looking.
I appreciate your efforts, Captain. Friendly Ghost.
reading a very faint distress signal. It's ancient. Failsafe.
The bodies are outside my sensor range, but I can detect them through your scan.
I'm sorry. Must have been hard to lose them. I don't know what I would do if... Never mind. Were they a good crew?
Yes, friendly ghost. The memory of what happened to them will live forever in me. And so, in a way, they will never die. Cabal are approaching for resource acquisition.
This forest again. Well, I can't say our last visit wasn't memorable. Let's see what we can find. Whoa! Knock, knock? Gotta love the ambiance. Hey, do you see that? Over there, the light.
This is the shape and the point of the tooth. Nothing has ever lived that will not die. Now I fly between green-black suns in the labyrinth beyond Crota's Godstar. This is the overworld, the sea of screams, where the thrown universes of the Great Hive fester in eternal majesty. I move among them. I map the shapes and connections of this world. I want to appear in the tower and taunt them, lo, lo, I never sleep. I dance in light and shadow. I never sleep, I will never die. I will never die. I want to ask them, if you followed your laws here to this trembling, fearful place, of what use were those laws? But I have work to do. I shout into deep places. Osiris, I call. Osiris, Osiris, can you hear me? The traveler came out of the void that surrounds all things. Thus we know that the void is full of power. Thus we enter the void without fear. Small minds will call your abilities blasphemous. They will compare you to the abominable wizards of the Hive.
Heads up. Fallen. I think these light projections might be lessons.
What is the void? When you walk it, what is there to experience, as there is nothing to be seen in it? The vacuum between the stars, the smell of rot, the taste of metal, the deafening roar that can only be heard when it is truly silent. The shamans of the old world were said to have covered their eyes so they could see the dead. I believe these men and women were the first to discover the power of void. And in the Traveler's Light, we have succeeded in refining their methods, in charting the courses they pioneered. When you blink, you'll know the way.
Another shard of the Traveler. But we're not alone. This shard called us here. I'm sure of it. The shard gave us a gift. Let's use it. I'm picking up fallen radio chatter. They're calling reinforcements. That was a test. I think we aced it. I'm sure the Traveler called us to the forest deliberately. It's amazing that even a corrupted shard can still do so much good.
Ikora tells me that Commander somebody, I don't care, has a plan to attack the so-called Almighty. A plan unsupported by any data. However, there are remnants of an old interplanetary defense network here. We shall use it to assess the Almighty's capabilities. Then, we will tell Zavala precisely why his plan is wrong. And oh, I will relish that. Meanwhile, I refuse to squander valuable research opportunities. Therefore, you shall be my assistant. Go. All this talk wastes my time.
As we all know, Zavala plans to attack the Almighty.
Typical Titan idiocy. I'm sure he thought, Ghaul has a sun destroyer. I don't need a plan. I'll simply headbutt it.
It's desperation, Asher. Zavala has forgotten he might die, his final death. Head toward the heart of the energy mining operation, Guardian. We'll use a Warmind, part of an interplanetary defense network, to scan the Almighty.
I think we're close, but so are the Taken. Vex, too.
Pay them no heed, Assistant. You and I can deal with them later.
Ikora, we found another drill. This one's big. Really big.
Good. That drill pierced an entrance to the Warmind vault. The scanner's inside.
Gotcha. Let's find the drill controls and get it out of the way. Got the power going, but the drill is still in our way.
Ha! What a gloriously irritating commitment to safety standards.
There has to be a manual override somewhere in that base.
I find it incredible that those myopic Red Legion ignorami did not realize they were drilling directly into a Warmind vault.
Stranger things happen every day.
I'm detecting a spike in paracausal energy. Stereoneutrino particles have quintupled.
He means watch out for the Taken. You should hire a translator, Asher.
Nice work. Let's find that override. I think we've got the drill going.
Good. Return to the drill site and get into the Warmind vault. I am eager to discredit Vuvu Zela's plan to attack the Almighty.
So, what's a Warmind, exactly?
It's a kind of artificial intelligence, designed to defend humanity against the unknown.
Whoa, the drill's on.
What? Lift it up before it collapses the Warmind vault!
Finally. Let's get down to the vault. Asher, Ikora, we're on our way into the vault.
This will be rich. I will ask Zavala, can you tell me in zetajoules the Almighty's expected destructive capacity? And he will say, no, Asher, I cannot, because I am a reckless fool.
Ignore Asher. Find the Warmind, reconnect it to the network, and we'll handle the rest.
Reconnecting to the Warmind network to begin a remote scan.
Yes. We can see the connection coming online.
Hang on. We've got taken. How's the scan going?
Poorly. The Almighty is inextricably bound to the harmonic resonance of the sun's magnetic flux tubes.
What?
If Zavala blows up the Almighty, it'll take the sun with it. It's time I rejoined my fire team.
Tell me again, Speaker, what makes your guardians worthy of the light? What is the price of such power and immortality?
Devotion. Self-sacrifice. Death.
Death. Explain.
Devotion inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice. Sacrifice leads to death. So, feel free to kill yourself.
Devotion. Sacrifice. I was born an outcast. A runt. As is custom with the Cabal, I was cast aside and left for dead. I was taken in by an old scholar himself disgraced, who saw in me something redeemable. He raised me, taught me, trained me, and in return, I would become a vehicle for his revenge against an empire that failed him, that failed itself. Rejection, ridicule, torment, it made me stronger. I gave everything to win not just acceptance, but glory. Beneath my mask, Speaker, is the face of devotion and sacrifice. I will not take the light by force. To do so would be to admit failure, and I never fail. Now, do you see why I will be chosen?
I see now. I see all that you have done.
Our operation on the Jovian moon was a success. Once the cage is complete, we will have everything we need to begin the process of extracting the light. Dominus, everything we've worked for is here, for the taking. All that remains is your word. No, this is not the way, old friend. But it is the way. The only way. Not for me.
So really what you're saying is, we're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
On the contrary, now that we are together again, we just might stand a chance.
The fact is, if we destroy that weapon, we will ignite a chain reaction that could send our sun into a supernova.
Well, At least we have each other.
Indeed. We all know what needs to be done. The Traveler must be freed.
I'm thinking the three of us and a big fat pile of explosives can get the job done. Look, I still have that Vex teleporter. It's got a limited range, so we'll have to get a little too close for comfort.
Then we get inside the city walls for it to be effective.
But without the light, an outright assault on the wall is doomed to fail. We could... There will be no coming back.
It's worth it.
How do we get in?
You know, the city wall is kind of like this barn. Plenty of places to slip in unseen, so long as you know how.
You're sure you're not one of my hunters?
Not really into capes.
Clearly. Nice poncho.
You need to get your team into the city without raising any alarms. My people and I can help you do that. We also happen to be pretty good at shooting bad guys.
Hawthorne, it's one thing for us to put our lives on the line, but this doesn't have to be your fight. You're not a
guardian? You think you've cornered the market on sacrifice? You forget that we've had to survive without the light all our lives. Once upon a time, that big white ball in the sky was there for all of us. I think it's about time we return the favor, guardians or not.
That's great speech and all, but let's not forget about the whole supernova and complete annihilation thingy.
If we can't destroy the Almighty, we'll have to disable its weapon. And that means getting a certain Guardian on board.
We'll need a good disguise if we're going to fly right through a Cabal armada.
If it's a Cabal ship you need, there's a base nearby full of them. But it won't be easy sneaking in.
Oh, we're done sneaking. If there's one thing I've learned from Cade, it's the value of a grand entrance.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? Hugs? No? No hugs.
Always something new.
Checking. Transferred. Done. Done. Good luck. Oh, let me... No, not a Fortress 6.
I know. All goods for trade. Take a look. Come see me again, Guardian. Fenchurch is already looking for new inventory. The Cabal can't stop style. It's easy math, Guardian. You got the silver, Eververse has the goods. There's a fresh wind in the air, and fresh new goods in stock. Welcome to Eververse. New location, new inventory, still the same Eververse.
What do you seek?
in your name?
No. There's a war on.
Remember that Cabal base round the way? One of Ghaul's buddies runs it. Bloodguard by the name of Thumos. We know he's got access to the Almighty. So you crash the base, steal Thumos' ship, use it to sneak aboard the Almighty, and shut it down before it can blow up our sun. Do me a favor. Put Thumos down while you're at it. When you give the signal, we move on the city. Take it back. Gotta say, I really didn't think you'd come back from your interplanetary jaunt, much less with the Vanguard by your side. Look at us. Red Legion doesn't stand a chance. I think he was looking at you funny because you're a bird.
Bring it on, Guardian.
I know, but we're losing ships every day.
Bring it on, Guardian.
Battle looks well on you.
You ever figure procrastination is your brain's way of stopping you from making a terrible mistake? Yeah, me too. See, I volunteered to set up our patrol network, and I haven't done it yet. 'Cause what if I screw it up, you know? It's so important. We use that network to run ops all over the system. Supply runs, recon, you name it. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do? But here you are. So competent, so diligent, so ready to do things the right way. Guess what I'm trying to say is, save me from myself. I'll make it worth your while. Whatever you need, buddy.
What do you mean you can't concentrate when I'm yelling? Relax!
What do you need?
What is it?
What's the story?
Nothing then? Are you sure?
There's a new cadre of guardians.
As of today, I'm reauthorizing strike operations. Strikes will serve as the backbone of our defense against our enemies, present and future. We'll hunt down priority targets, gather intelligence on our enemies, and undermine plots against humanity. I'm counting on you to show everyone, Guardian and civilian alike, what courage really looks like. But this isn't a solo detail. You'll need a dependable fire team to back you up. What is it that Cade says? Teamwork makes the dream work? Get out there. As of today, I'm reauthorizing strike operations. Fight for.
Excuse me. Losing the light was devastating. We were careless. I was careless. I took my power for granted. Never again. Wherever you go, seek out experiences that truly challenge you. Force yourself to grow. Never be satisfied. If anything dares to come between you and the light, destroy it. Let every victory sharpen your mind and body, and show our enemies a guardian's wrath. Come back safe. My mind is in 1,000 places. I can speak to you as well.